Coffee time. Let me begin by saying, unusual occurrences are not new for me. Indeed, until I was in my 30s I could see, hear, and sense things that others couldn't. However, these things deeply disturbed my then husband, and I pretty much shut it off, I guess. As they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. The ability isn't gone, just not as strong as it used to be. About 10 years ago, after the death of my 20-year-old son, I sold our large house and moved to a very small upper apartment in what used to be a single-family dwelling. It's a very old house, the foundation is limestone and river rock, if that helps date it for anyone. I've been told that places it back around the mid to late 1800s. For the past 10 years, except for hearing my name called out occasionally, as if to say, hi, or feeling as if I've been hugged, nothing unusual has happened. Personally, I like to believe that hearing my name called in that manner is a family member saying hi, as they go about their afterlife. The hugs could be some product of imagination, or a muscle twinge, I suppose, but I'd rather believe that it's my boy reassuring me that it's all okay now. I guess that's something else you should know before reading further. I am a logical person. I always look for an explanation before accepting something as unexplainable. Not all bumps in the night belong to a ghostie. However, recently, within the past month or so, things have happened that, well, honestly, I begin to wonder if maybe, as suggested by some others, I'm beginning to lose it. Actually, that's why I came here. From what I've read, most of you have experienced and won't just write me off as daft or becoming senile. I'm 54, if that matters. Because of the economy, I took in a 30-year-old roommate. The only reason that matters is he's actually witnessed some of this, so I know I'm not just imagining things. The first weird experience happened early one Sunday morning. I had just poured myself a cup of coffee when Jay came out of his room, which is just off the kitchen. We exchanged the usual morning pleasantries, and I sat my cup down on the counter while he was telling me about some new girl he's crushing on. I reached to pick it up, and it was just gone. I looked in the sink. Not there. Jay, did you see what I did with my coffee? He replied I hadn't moved from there. I even peered into the trash bin that sits next to the counter. Not there either. I frowned and poured a new cup, wondering if maybe I hadn't poured the first to begin with. We decided to go sit in the living room and watch some TV. I stopped dead, rounding the corner, because there sat my coffee cup, still hot, on the small table by my chair. Okay, that was weird. Since neither of us had left the kitchen, how did it get there? The second experience happened about a week later. I woke to the smell of freshly brewed coffee, which is unusual only because 1, I'm the only one that makes it, and 2, we don't have an automatic that you can set to do so. In order to get to the restroom you need to go through the kitchen, as I said, very small apartment, and I could plainly see that there was a pot of coffee on brewing, the amber liquid still filling the pot. Well, I went and did my business in the restroom, and when I came out, there sat a cup of coffee, where I could swear there hadn't been one before. I could hear Jay's bear-like snoring from his room, but I still questioned him when he woke, and he insisted he did not make the coffee either. So, I just sort of looked about and said, thanks. I have to admit, getting a cup I didn't make myself is rather nice, but made by a ghost?